big improvement. Not that the dragon is ever hard, but you know, it's nice when it's there.
I mean, this game isn't bad from the looks of it. It looks playable.
No, it's not too bad.
I actually gave it a shot.
Like I
feel like
said,
this
folks,
is,
we're pretty likely to crash. OBS does not like what we're doing, so I might go offline 2 or 3 times during this. Hopefully not, but if I do, it's because Windows stopped responding to. It's that alert. It looks like a lot of people are starting to get the hang of Voodoo.
Oh yeah.
We
Now,
see.
is the second boss one of the ones you'd want to use the spear?
Axes are really good. I like the spear too. On the second boss, you actually have the option. The first boss doesn't really have an option. It's axes for him.
Do weapons do any different damage values, or?
No, they're just angled differently. It's axes versus knives, Castlevania knives versus axes.
That's really good.
So you might have an easier time with spears on the guy who's in front of you. You don't restart at level 1 if you die. It's a very generous game in terms of that, at least. It's also a game it's the kind of game that tracks your time, so I deleted my save so they couldn't see what my time were. I didn't want to make anybody feel bad. But I got beat yesterday anyway, so.
Halbus is getting close to beating the mask, it looks like.
Oh yeah, he's got like one more hit. Nice. He's actually using the spears on this boss.
Fenn's been on the boss for a while. He was here first. He's on the second phase of it. Or third phase, maybe, actually. I don't remember how many phases the second boss has. They don't all have 3. It's gonna be frustrating for the players because they're gonna say to themselves, "There's no way that this boss has another phase," as they crawl to it, and then they find out it actually has 2 more phases. Whoops.
Fahrenheit's moving on to the second boss as well.
As well as Volt. Volt just moved on.
Once you learn how to deal with the second boss, which I did not catch his name, I can't remember. I only remember the names of the bosses I hate. I want to see if Fenn makes it through. He's currently the only one who's nearly got the second boss dead, right?
Looks like, yeah. It doesn't look that strong.
Looks like Rock's about to move on to the next phase.
Fenn's got the orb. He's moving on to boss 3. I'm going to stay on his screen for a little while here. Moving on to Plague Beetle. Now, Plague Beetle, in my opinion, is the hardest thing in this. Boss 3, he's crazy. He hops around, spitting orbs and sticking the floor, and then he summons ads that don't die right away. And he, unfortunately, does have 3 faces. He just keeps on rolling. He does not die to anything that you possess. It takes like 90 axes to kill each phase.
Yeah, I'm starting to realize this dragon boss is basically just one big annoying bird from Mega Man 2 in how it acts.
I think I know what the one you're talking about.
Yeah, they would lay eggs, and the eggs would just spawn more birds, and then they would just home in on you in a way.
Yeah.
I'll just wait to the second phase of the second boss here, although he's really low on health.
There's a lot of health to be had if you want to get it, if you want to pick it up. We're currently 8 minutes in, which is a fifth of the time available to them. Sorry I don't have Twitch alerts on, folks, but I have enough going on with the OBS not crashing here. It's duct taped together and hopefully will not destroy itself.
Looks like Volt's about to advance to the next phase.
Albus has been hanging on here for a long time.
Rock is almost about to get to the third boss, actually.
Yeah, there's only 2 phases, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, yeah, he's pretty much done. He's just gotta get like one more hit.
How many people are still on boss 1?
Let's see, we've got over here, there are 4 bosses.
In my group, I've got Zero, Apfunk, and Nowonk still on boss 1. Finn's on boss 3.
Rock's done with boss 2.
Fosk and True Anonymon are on boss 1 still over here.
Looks like if he doesn't take another hit... Oh, never mind. He died.
Finn is doing extremely well. He's on boss 3 and not taking any hits. Cleared phase 1.
Nice. You said this is the worst boss, correct?
Yeah. So this boss has tar that he sticks to you too. You can destroy it though. He has enemies that take like 8 hits each. They do drop health at least. And then he has an attack that makes it so you can't shoot for 5 seconds.
Oh, that's just not fun.
And that's on top of, you know, the standard stuff that he does that other bosses have done, like crawl towards you and shoot at you. I personally disliked Plague a lot, but Boss 4 is no joke either. Boss 4 is where you start to have to figure out how to fight him before you can even have a chance. Looks like Flamin' Rock is on Boss 3.
Oh, yeah, as well as Wobbly Python just got here.
Fahrenheit is getting close to beating Boss 2 here, looks like.
He's got a couple more hits left. He should be fine.
Does the health time out? Does it just sit around forever?
It sits around forever as far as I know. You can leave it there until you need it. And it's not stingy, it gives you a full bar each, so wouldn't be a bad idea to kill those ads just for that. There is a YouTube video of somebody no damaging this game. Of course there is.
That's impressive. Volt has advanced to boss number 3.
So it's not an unfair game. The biggest problem with this
Fahrenheit
game is
has
that
as well.
the controls kind of suck by default. They're keyboard only, and C and D and space are the main buttons, which are weird.
Ooh, that's real bad.
Yeah, that's not a good set. So Joy to Key definitely is recommended. I told these players that they should set it up, but if they didn't and they're still winning, then power to them. I made it to Plague before I bothered with Joy to Key. That's when I said, you know what? Can't do it without controller, not this guy.
I know as a kid I used to play a lot of emulated games with the keyboard. Z, X, C were my go-to buttons back in the dark days.
Like with a keyboard a lot. It was a really weird experience, especially trying to do command.
Very weird. Trying to do a Shoryuken on a keyboard, kind of weird.
I think Albus is going to beat the second boss here, too. Yep.
Rock is on phase 2 of this beetle.
Not got much health though, so I don't think he might make it this round.
Well, here's the thing, phase 2 kind of looks like it's a lot easier than phase 1.
Plague Beetle
Yeah.
is he's a boss that I would recommend shooting as much as possible. You rarely get the opportunity to damage him, so it's one of those times where you just want to unload. If you can drop axes on him from above, that's really good.
Do most of the bosses have invincibility frames in some form?
They don't have anything like that.
You can just use the turbo button, just spam a bunch of axes at the same time.
You have a projectile limit.
Oh, dude. So it's like a Mega Man or a...
It's a pretty generous one. It's like 5, but like turbo is not going to help you more than a human. A human could go as fast as the limit does.
Not unless you're close.
Yeah.
Then you can just go Demon's Quest and then just keep spamming the same attack button.
Finn has made it to Sloth. I think its name is Sloth. Something Sloth. Super Sloth. This boss sucks. It's really mean. He's already got phase 1 down. So this boss is going to be the one that's going to trip people up, I think, because if you hit him, he counterattacks, and it's going to take people a minute to figure that out. He is designed to be a boss you have to aim against in a game where you can't really aim at all. You got Castlevania axes. You do your best. So if you're just spamming at him, you're just going to fill your screen with death. And that's what Finn is doing right now. And on phase 2, he's got a tower on either side. You can attack them to stop them shooting for 3 seconds. They will not die. You can shoot them as much as you want. They don't go down.
Oh, True Man has finally advanced to boss number 2. Hang in there. You can maybe stand a chance with how hard these bosses might get.
So who's still on boss 1?
We have on this group, we have Faust and Manic Volcanic.
Yep. And in my group, Zero Gravian. And that's it. Those 3.
Looks like most of the people are getting to the beetle at this point.
The time is 13.5 minutes. Like I said, the time to beat is 33, so they've got 20 minutes left to finish. You know what? Boss 5 and honestly even the final boss, not so bad. If they can get past the sloth, they're in good shape. I wouldn't expect the final boss to take more than 5-10 minutes for most players once they learn him.
You think the beetle would make a better final boss?
Nah, the final boss is pretty good. He's the one who doesn't have multiple phases. He's the only one.
Really?
He's pretty mean, and I crawled my way to victory, and I had like 2 health left. But he only had 1 phase, and I couldn't believe it. I thought, you know, after everything I'd been through, surely this guy would be the one with 6.
That's oddly forgiving.
It's just another boss. It's not really a final boss. It's just another boss. He's not easy by any means, but he's not worse than some of the other bosses.
Alright, Rock has made it to the final phase of the beetle. Oh, this looks very annoying.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna get that one.
Yeah, that would have killed me immediately. I would not have been prepared for that.
So is anyone
Honestly,
on
it
phase
seems like,
boss 4 here?
seems
Yeah.
like your health bar needs to be quite high so you can have a chance against the later phases.
No. No one is on that yet. Rock was the closest so far. Seems like everyone is either on phase 2 or phase 1.
We got Finn working on boss 3 or 4, the larva, but he's by himself apparently. Everyone else is not there. That beetle man, that can mess you up.
I kind of feel sorry for people who are still in boss 1.
Yeah, they're probably not gonna get the hang of this game if that's the case. They might not be using to a key either. Who knows? It's a pretty rough game if you're not used to this kind of boss rush indie homebrew style. The timing on everything is pretty tight. The sloth is not too bad if you take your time. Patience is required here, and Ben does not seem to have it. He's taken down again. It's weird. It's a weird boss because you don't fight like that on any of the other ones. You flood damage, but this one you don't do that.
Manic might have this. He might be advancing to boss 2 finally. He's one hit away. Nice! Congratulations. Oh, he almost died afterwards. That would have been real bad.
You know, there was a sadistic side to me just wanted to see him just die at that point.
Oh, I've been there. We did a race of Mario 3 once over on John's channel, where at the end of Mario 3, I beat Bowser, intentionally took a hit, and then jumped into a stray fireball and died. Tragic.
Well, there's a lot of health on each pip of the boss, including 0. That also is like 8 hits usually.
Interesting.
So you might see players chipping away at a boss that looks like it's dead for a while before they actually get the kill. And then it's not safe after it dies until the orb is acquired, really. That's when they've actually won. So until then, they could still die.
Like any Castlevania game.
Or in a game of phases, really.
I was thinking of the orbs, but yeah, that too. Oh, Vault! I'm so sorry. Fell off the edge.
I didn't even realize you can actually fall off the edge.
That's a really bad way to die. Especially, Vault, you were doing really good.
Yeah, those side pits are there in every arena. They're not usually a problem, honestly. On the first boss, they help you because you can dodge. It looks to me like everyone has made it past boss 1, though, except for Falsk.
Fask is the only person. I believe in you to get to boss 2, Fask. Good luck.
Zero Gravian handled the second boss really fast and is caught up all the way to Plague. Nearly the entire race is stuck on Plague.
Oh.
The morale breaker, the Plague.
Wobbly might be able to win it. He's on the last phase.
It looks like he's in good shape, too. There is some health
he should
pickups.
be fine.
He's got it.
He's good. All right,
second
we have
person.
someone finally advancing.
Finn's been working on this boss for a while. He's not really getting the hang of it either. He's getting held up here by Giga Sloth. So you're gonna see Giga Sloth now. It counterattacks constantly, and he's getting flooded with bullets.
Farron is also on the final form of the beetle. He's not got much health though, so he's probably about to die. Volt is hammering away right now. Pretty angry about falling off the cliff.
"18 minutes in.
Volt's about to do it. Let's see. Oh, nice! Congrats. Volt is advancing. Ooh, Farron, I'm so sorry. You just jumped right into the boss. It was real close, too. So this is the boss.
Giga Sloth?
Yeah, he's like one of those fuzzy caterpillars.
What type of name is Giga Sloth, anyways?
A good one.
Like every other boss name has been, you know, fine, like Plague and stuff like that, but Sloth? I never heard of that.
I think it's like a portmanteau of like snake and filth.
Well, that's dumb.
Yeah.
So its
my
head
favorite
is the only
Pokemon,
weak
Sloth.
point. And I still don't have very many people to watch for fighting that boss. Just 2, as far as I can tell.
Yeah, Volt and Wobbly are the only ones at the moment. that
Oh,
are on that
Finn.
boss.
Finn as well. So there's 3 Volts there as well, yeah. Let's check those 2 out.
Volt's already moving on to the next phase of the boss. This doesn't seem too bad.
It's not that bad. It's just he just counters what you've learned about the game so far by punishing you for shooting too much. If you don't do
Yeah, I
that,
get that.
if you control the fight by locking up the towers and by aiming, you won't have too much trouble. Figuring out how the towers work, that you can't kill them and that you can disable them, helps a little bit, but honestly they're not even that dangerous. It's the minions giving you health too all the time. Like you could finish this pretty well if you get the hang of aiming at him. But he's holding players up as well. He's the last really big hurdle, I think. The final boss might be a bit of trouble, but I think people will eventually get lucky and win because he's only 1 phase.
Oh, sorry about that.
Hell yeah, I got those Giga Sloth text.
Rock's advancing. That was the victory music playing for him. Congrats. You have done it. Checking back in on Fausk. He's on the last phase. He's got like 1 HP left, but I think he can do it.
Baron Heights is on the boss as well.
Yeah, I've been mostly watching Fausk here to see.
I'm real invested in seeing him advance as well.
I think part of it is like he just keeps missing on the lasers. Like he can't get away from taking some damage from the big eye lasers. And
Personally, I think
second phase.
the 3rd phase is probably the easiest of the 3.
Yeah, people die on that phase because they're trying to rush it too much.
Yeah,
There's only so much you can do. You can jump over that fire, but it's pixel perfect. It's precise.
I wouldn't bother. I would just wait and toss spears. Probably your best bet with this boss if you want to play it safe.
Looks like
Cool.
he's in good
This
shape this
phase.
time.
Yeah, come on, Fask. Just don't get too greedy, and you should be fine.
might have it. Yep, looks like there you go.
You got it. Nice. Yes. Good job.
Well, everyone beat boss 1.
Wait,
There are less
somehow
than
he's-
10 minutes left in this
Wait,
thing.
what? What happened? Why did he?
Oh, he
I
must have.
see.
Yeah, he picked the wrong one.
Picked the wrong stage. Thought he somehow like died after beating the boss.
So who is still at the second boss still?
Well, Flaus just got to it, so
Now Wonk and Fausk. And I think that's it. Actually, Finn has beaten Giga Sloth. He's fighting the wall. He's been in the lead this whole time.
I believe Manic Volcanic is still on the dragon as well.
The wall, the dragon, and the first boss are the ones that I beat on the first try. The wall is a really nice break after the mess that is Giga Sloth. All he does is shoots on either side, and then both at once, which is pretty rude, the final phase, but you probably will get there with full health after you learn how to dodge the pretty basic attacks that he does. It's not too bad at all. It's probably the easiest of the 5 that we've seen so far. It's easier than Voodoo, I think. I just had a really easy time with that wall.
I see Wobbly is going for trying to deactivate these towers. Don't know if it's really worth the effort. Might just be better off going for actual damage here or trying to kill all the ads.
It feels like Finn might be the only one to be able to beat NPC's time.
NPC's time is really good. Like I said, 33 minutes is way faster than I thought anyone would beat this. Honestly, I was worried no one would beat it. But I had so many racers, I figured somebody probably would. I would have cut him off at 90 minutes. And I mean, I watched them play it yesterday, just like I did here. I just did it offline, because there was only 3 of them, and I did not want to spoil what the game was to the big group. So I saw NPC do it. It was pretty impressive. The group was really good. They were all on the last couple bosses in that time. It was just NPC was done, finished.
It feels like the right way to do this boss is going very slow, though, and just grinding away, hitting it when you can, and grabbing what health you can. Which, in Wynn's case, Wynn, you're gonna need to... Oh, never mind.
Finn has killed the wall. I'm gonna go to his screen, and if anyone else gets to the wall, I'll go to them. But until then, I'm gonna watch Finn fight the final boss. Finn has 8 minutes left, roughly.
You might even beat the 33 minutes.
Could be done, yeah. This boss... Well, Finn's already taken 3... It's taken all of Finn's life to do 3 pips of damage to the boss, but, so I'll tell you how this one works. It's got a ton of different attacks. One of them is sweeping lightning across the screen. You have to shoot the lightning to kill it, or it will just go across the entire screen. It's not hard to kill it, it's just something that you have to do, and honestly, that's when you could do damage. Just take your time on that, because the boss won't do anything else while that's happening. It also, with a really small tail, will shoot lightning directly on top of you, so you need to keep on moving left and right while firing. And it does some bullet pattern sprays, and a couple other basic shmup kind of things. But those are the big attacks, and one of the annoying things about this boss is that it leaves a trail of lightning on the floor, and that sticks around for a long time. So you have to watch out for that. Really, this is an endurance battle. Take down the final boss before it takes down you, because you're not dodging too much of this, honestly. And it takes a lot of hits to do that. It's all axes, too, pretty much. Like, you stand under them, throw axes, and do your best. I would say it probably takes a minute and a half from full health to kill this boss. So, plenty of time for Finn to do it. If they can figure it out.
It's like Wobbly might be able to do it here. Needs to get a little bit more health on, but... Boss is almost dead. It's only got 2 forms, right?
Sloth, yeah.
Yeah.
The final boss does not have any other attacks than what we're seeing, so if Finn's leading, then they're just leading. They're in...
Oh, no.
Yeah, he's in the lead.
So, if they can keep it up, they're currently winning. They're currently beating the boss, but if it does the wrong set of attacks, you're just going to start taking a ton of damage. You can get lucky and not have nonsense flying at you. That can happen.
Or he could wall, if that sucks.
Faust beat the second boss, but then died to like the last projectile little enemy, and failed to pick up the orb, so
Ooh.
do it over again.
That's really rough. At least he knows he can do it.
Yeah.
Finn's got this boss half dead, and Finn's starting to die as well, half dead each. Oh no.
So I just checked back in on Sprash. I have no idea what's going on there, but oh man, check out that Star Wars.
The Last Jedi.
I guess we have a rage quit, or
he just disconnected.
Maybe that might also be
fun.
Yeah, he forfeited on Plague Beetle. Looks like. Understandable.
I don't know about you, but I'm really in the mood to buy a new Razor thanks to some very nice Stormtroopers.
Man, Finn lost their lead. They were having it locked down, but now they're behind on the boss fight just a little bit here. 3. Oh no, 1 hit left on them. Need a perfect run from here on out. Oh jeez. The boss is just not dropping the health either. They got the final boss down to 5 health bars before they died. That's how close we came.
Pretty good.
There's 3 minutes left. There's enough time for one more try, really, and that's it. No one else really has a chance here. Everyone else is working on Sloth, or... Did anyone beat Sloth? Is Finn the only one?
Everyone's still on Sloth. We're getting people who are close. They keep getting to the second phase.
Yeah, we got a couple in the second phase over here.
Looking over at Wind again. Wind's coming the closest, it seems like. That, or maybe Farron? Farron's getting pretty close, too. In fact, Farron has more health. So, you might be able to do it here.
I did let people join who weren't signed up for the original tournament for this, and I think NPC, was one of them, which is fine. Looks like Word on the Wind has nearly got this boss Sloth down. It's really close.
I think Farron's gonna get it. He's only got a little sliver of health left.
Oh, Farron's got this. Unless he just stands still and tanks it all the hits.
Oh no, don't stand on...
Like that.
The boss exploding also does damage to you.
Yeah, well, exploding normally tends to hurt. I don't know about you, but even in GoldenEye 007, you could shoot a chair and the chair explosion would, be very dangerous. Alright, Farron is on the wall.
Well, I'm going back to Finn, who is doing amazingly. Full bar health, the boss is half dead. The time is clocking down, though. It's running out. There's only a minute left here. It could happen.
You can do it.
Like I said, once you learn these bosses, you can really tear them apart, and the final boss is no exception. Finn is in really good shape here. This boss does a lot of damage, though, so we're talking about 10 health, basically, on the character there, between how many hits you can take from the big shots. I think each hit does 1.5, 2 bars of damage. There's less than a minute left, and there is... it's just going to be really close. It's just going to be really close, because 33:11 is pretty much exactly the time that I got when I looked back at my footage. We are at 32:30.
Really tank the some of these hits.
Farron is on the next phase.
Indigo has forfeit.
Can Farron make it to at least the final boss?
30 seconds to do 5 bars of damage on this tanky idiot boss. Is it going to be Finn or NPC? I wish I was playing NPC's footage alongside this, but OBS crashed on me so much I barely got it. Oh man, like I said, this boss does a ton of damage, and Finn is suddenly injured really badly. 10 seconds left. It could be done, I think, but the spam really needs to come in right now. We're gonna see the credits, at least, on this game today. Time is up. NPC is the victor. Yesterday's champion has reigned. With 2 health bars left, Finn is just barely taking second place here. Easily, though. No one else is even close.
Yeah, it's a very, very close game.
Farron is easily the closest person. I know he made it to the wall.
Yeah, Farron's been working on the second form of the wall, but other than that...
He made it to the third form, I thought.
Oh, did he?
NPC is the victor, and Finn is working on the invisible health bar that the last boss has here. It's going to be quite a bit, too. Oh no! Taken out by the 0 health enemy! Oh, jeez, that's it.
Ooh.
Did not get to see those credits. It was probably 1 or 2 axes away. Ultimately, did not even get the kill on the final boss. Well, that's a depressing way to go.
Checking in real quick on some people. I see Chiranana Man was able to at least beat the plague.
Yeah. And...
Well, that's it, folks. We got our winner. It's NPC from yesterday.
Right. Congrats, NPC.
I do have the footage.
That's
I might, you know what? I can load it up here on my screen and play that final boss fight. I'll do that. Let me load that in here so that people can at least see it here. I did not record any audio, I don't think. Yeah, okay, I got the last 5 minutes, so I'll put it on screen on, there it is. We'll get NPCs as well as these three. Okay. I'm just gonna keep on watching Finn while we do it, and you guys can watch the main stream now if you want. So what we have here is, at this point in the race, this is the last 5 minutes of... This is like 29 minutes in. People were discussing in the racing room how they felt about these bosses. I would like to see the credits, so we're going to see them on NPCs. I think this is the winning run. Like I said, this video here is only 5 minutes long, so... What did you think of Banana Nababa? The players aren't happy. In general, I see a lot of complaints about Boss 3 and 4.
Well, as I pointed out earlier, there are 0 bananas in this game, so I could see how you could find that a problem.
Honestly, it looks pretty nice for a 2007 game.
Yeah, no, I would have thought this was made today. If you told me that it was some small indie game, I would have believed you. I mean, it is, but like something like a small Steam release, this could pass for.
I like Boss 4. A lot of people in the chat don't, though. A lot of people who played did not enjoy fighting the sloth.
I'm curious how many people actually realized the strat was to try and not spam.
Does NPC really win this one, or is there another whole run here? It looks a little rough here. Well, Finn has beaten it at this point in time, in reality, as of now. Finn at 37 minutes and 44 seconds has finished the game at 2nd place. There is no 3rd place.
Apparently he's committed.
Do we still have people playing who are making it there?
Farron says he's got 1 boss left. I'm gonna check that out.
Nice. I can put that on screen.
Hopefully 5-1 is also playing, but it's still in the sloth.
I wonder if NPC wins this time or not. I can't be certain, because you could easily win with not taking a single hit, especially if you get lucky. And it looks like NPC is getting pretty lucky with these machine gun blasts, not really a threat at all. This might be it for NPC's run, yeah.
Yeah, you could... Looks like you can stick to the center platform if you get the timing down right.
Depends on what the boss decides to use.
Farron's gotta learn how to avoid the lightning by breaking it. He's got the right idea, though.
Well, yeah, that was NPC's winning run. That's the run that won the day. Finn takes 2nd, and no one else. Fahrenheit's is the only one who made it to the final boss in that time, right?
Yeah.
Looks like out of the 17, I think, 17 players we had play, Out of the we had 26 sign up, but that's how many didn't actually make it to join in today. And then I had well, I had 3 yesterday, so it was really more like 20 total played actually. So you know, we only lost 6 actually, so that's not too bad.
I would say this works.
And I got those the standard
bit
jokers who
complicated.
sign up to the forum and put joke answers, so I just delete those and no one sees them. I don't know why they bother. They do though, every time, so actually 30 signups, including those. Well, thanks for watching everybody. That was the race to fill in the final spot. It's going to be NPC. We'll do that race hopefully this week sometime. We'll see. I would like to get it done before MagFest, but I do have an arcade pit panel actually. Thanks a lot everybody for Juker. Thanks for helping me with that, and
Yeah, pleasure.
we'll be doing that on Friday, 10:30 a.m. at MagFest. So we're doing that. So I got to get ready for that, and that's going to be a completely different setup than usual. So I have a lot of work to do for that 1 hour of entertainment. I'm gonna get that group ready to go, and we'll do their race whenever we can, though, and then we'll be in round 2 finally. We'll see what's going on then in the 1 versus 1s. Thanks for coming by, everybody. I'll be back on later tonight doing something else. And thanks Extreme Zero Amp and Juker for joining me today and helping me restream.
Pleasure.
No problem.
Now let's go talk to
fun,
these
everybody.
angry runners about the sloth. What a fun word to say.